Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Let the roll call reflect that all board members and cabinet are present. Dr. May Ballmer.
All right, so we are very excited to have a new student board with us, student board member, excuse me, with us this evening, Victoria Sung from Indio High School. Yes, let's give her a big round. So Victoria, we ask all our new student board members just a few questions about themselves. And so some of the highlights that she shared with us about her educational experience are marching band competitions, being in the Elite 8 for mock trial, and planning prom with her class of ASB. She also enjoys playing the piano, swimming, playing water polo, trying new foods, and being involved in the community. Her leadership experience extends of being the freshman class president, the sophomore class president, the junior class president, there's a little theme going on there, in the ensemble section leader in band, and she's also the VP of philanthropy for the National Charity League, where she volunteers. She also volunteers with Coachella Valley Rescue Mission, Martha's Village, Mama's House, and for Animal Samaritans. And when we asked her to share an interesting thing about herself, she says that her ancestry consists of being half Mexican-American from her mother's side and half Korean from her dad's side. And I also learned this evening that she has a full ride scholarship to USC. We are very, very proud of her and very excited to have her serve as a student board member for our next couple of board meetings. And if you'd like to join me down front, we'll do your oath of office.
Okay, Victoria, is there anybody in the audience that you would like to acknowledge?
My mom is in the audience in the pink shirt over there. So.
And Principal Lawson, we see you taking pictures as usual. Okay, so approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting of April 4th, 2023?
So moved. Pierce.
Is there a second?
So moved. Alvarez.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion carries 5-0. Board meeting addenda. Dr. May Vollmer, is there any addenda to tonight's agenda?
Yes, there actually is. The staff conference agenda item 15.3, school-based mental health services, is being pulled from the agenda and will be postponed to our next board meeting on May 16th. When the agenda was uploaded on Friday, the attachment consisting of the PowerPoint slides was not uploaded with it. And so we want to make sure that everyone has ample opportunity to review those slides prior to the presentation, so we'll be postponing it.
Great, thanks. Is there a motion to accept the agenda of the regular meeting of May 2nd, 2023?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question, preferential vote?
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 6-0 with one preferential vote. Community staff student recognition, Dr. May Vollmer.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm going to invite our Public Information Officer, Mary Perry, to the podium.
Good evening. We need to go back to slide 1. All the way back. There we go. Okay. As you know, graduations are just a blink away. And so we're going to start celebrating with the students whose diplomas will feature the California Seal of Civic Engagement. And joining me at the podium and taking it from here is Desert Sands Unified School District Educational Service Facilitator Wendell Morden.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Wendell Morden, and I'm a social science and induction project facilitator in educational services. At this time, I'd like to invite the coordinators and the students to kind of make their way up in the front here, and then we'll go to introduce them. Thank you for this opportunity to introduce the high school students who have earned the State Seal of Civic Engagement this year, along with the site coordinators with whom the students have worked to develop projects. This is the second year in which Desert Sands students have been awarded the State Seals of Civic Engagement in response to the criteria set forth in 2020 by the California Legislature. To qualify, students must meet the criteria provided by the CDE and create projects that address a central civics-related question. As a result of these projects, our participating students have successfully exhibited civic-mindedness and taken steps to positively impact their schools and communities. Throughout the 2022-23 school year, our dedicated teacher coordinators have continued to recruit, meet, and guide the students who expressed a desire to make a difference in their schools and communities. Our State Seal coordinators include Melissa Jimenez at Indio High School, Jessica May from Palm Desert High School, Augie Navarro from Summit High School, Amy Osmond, Shadow Hills High School, Josh Sessa at La Quinta High School, and Katie Stahl at Amistad High School. Thank you to these coordinators for attending tonight, making the extra commitment through the year to build relationships with the students and achieve the goal of developing meaningful and impactful projects. Also, a special thank you to all of the parents and family members who are here tonight to help celebrate these students as well. 19 students have earned the State Seal of Civic Engagement this year, producing 13 unique projects. We want to recognize the students at this time. I'll read each student's name first, project title. So just hold your applause till the very end, and then we'll recognize them all together. First, from Indio High School for a project called the Student Library. Project is Mia Wedeking and Monica Aguilar. Also from Indio High School for a project titled LGBTQ+, Workshops and Community is senior student Cloud Miguel Marin. For a project involving mock elections, juniors Suzette Santana and Alondra Talamantes. Finally, also from Indio High School, senior Aramis Rivera for the Find Food Bank Distribution Project. From Summit High School, Tiana Rodriguez is also awarded for participating in the Find Food Bank Distribution Project. 2 seniors from Amistad High School collaborated on a project titled The Peace Garden, Hannah Herrera and Julian Rodriguez. 3 students from Shadow Hills High School have earned the seal. Jude Moreno for a project titled Sim Training Room, Rebecca Mata for a school lunch choice, and Alexis Moreno for the project titled Class Pets and Student Engagement. 4 students participated at Palm Desert High School, focused on a project titled Women's Reproductive Rights. These students include Alyssa Marin, Samantha Lee, Catherine King, and Libby Steinberger. Additionally, from Palm Desert High School, Sophie Bitter for her project focusing on creating a voter registration club. Louis Angelo Lotesqui for creating the Filipino Student Leadership Club. And Carissa Pertler for community engagement and leadership associating with the National Charity League. Let's applaud the efforts of these amazing students and coordinators. Thank you also to Dr. Marcus Wood and Dr. David Gustafson for providing the support and resources necessary for our students to participate and ultimately earn the state seal. We look forward to expanding the breadth and scope of the student civic engagement projects again next year while continuing to attract even greater numbers of participating students to produce future projects. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
As you probably know, there are 3 Desert Sands high schools that have mock trial teams, and they're all funded by the Walter Clark Legal Group. And I was fortunate enough to be invited to join them at the Larson Justice Center to watch them in action. And so one of our schools faced an out-of-valley school. The other 2 faced each other. And I left the first courtroom absolutely convinced that the defendant was guilty. And then I went to the second courtroom. I know you're laughing, Martha. I went to the second one, and I was absolutely convinced he was innocent. So these kids are truly amazing. So please join me, San Diego High School, La Quinta High School, Palm Desert High School. And the names of the students are on the following slides. So I will let you read. I don't think you need me to read them to you. And these are the students who participate. You'll notice Victoria is up there as well, and she's actually president of the Mock Trial Club, as well as the ASB president, so I'm so proud of her. So students from the mock trial, if you'd like to come up and take a bow, and I'll take a couple of pictures. Victoria, you can come on down.
Go Rajas!
Go Rajas! Woo! Yeah, great job.
And if you look around the room, we have some amazing people here. We have the teachers who were named Teachers of the Year at their specific sites. We also have the elementary school teacher, Miss Lindsay. I know she's back there, from Monroe. We have Miss, yes, please, come on, all of the Teachers of the Year, come on up. We have Miss Campoa from Indio Middle School. And we have Miss Torres from Indio High School. And then please, if you go ahead and change the slide. Change the slide. Can you change the slides? You can see all of their names here. Oh, go back one. That was a little too fast. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick picture. And I know Mr. Lawson will as well.
Oh yeah, he's on it. Derek has that picture attached to his hip, I swear. Right. Camera, I mean. I know, right?
The sash is the best.
I know, that's so cute.
Oh.
Yeah? Yeah. Thank you. Would you please join me in a round of applause? All right, and finally, we have a special shout out to Palm Desert High School's boys wrestling team. They were ranked 21 in the country and took home first place in CIF. Wow. So if you're here in the room, gentlemen and coaches, please come on up. Here, they look like wrestlers, right? Come on up. So we have their names and their places. They've just had an amazing season.
Great job. That's awesome. Mm-hmm.
Please join me in a round of applause for Palm Desert High School Wrestling. Thank you very much. Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Okay. Well, so Victoria has left us, and so is half the building. Okay, so are there any comments from the board? Mr. Duran, would you like to make any comments?
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. It's been a wonderful day. I just wanted to say thank you to Wendell Morton, who was here earlier, Martha Sung, her daughter that's up here serving with us on the Board of Education, Mary Perry for all the fine work that you do, the wrestlers that we saw here this afternoon. That's an incredible feat to be that good across the nation. They know everywhere they go, they carry the pride of Desert Sands with them, so very proud. Also to the Teachers of the Year. I'm just shooting off the cuff. I remember I was prepping my assistant here who left. But thank you, Trina Alexander. I know the teachers, the best that we have up there. It was great to see them here, honored here this afternoon, and the students earlier with their awards. But on behalf of at least myself, and I know my colleagues up here on the board, I want to say congratulations to each and every one of them for the fine, hard work that they've put in this school year. Thank you, everybody, and we'll move it on.
Dr. Watson.
I second that. Congratulations to all the hard work for all the kids they put into everything they do, including the wrestlers and the teachers. I mean, they do a job that I don't want to do, and they deserve so much praise for it. And so the ones that are doing that amazing, that their colleagues agree, congratulations.
Pierce.
Yes. Congratulations to the State Seal of Engagement kids that were doing all those projects to impact the community and show that they're engaged in the community. And the mock trial, wonderful to see them competing. And I think they just traveled last year over to Washington, D.C. to learn, or was it Boston? And the Teachers of the Year, at every school site, depending on how many staff members, they choose 1 or 2 staff members or more. And I just want to say thank you to all the teachers, especially I think this is the day of the teacher, and the week of education, that we honor education in general. And especially to Tamara Lindsay for the Elementary Teacher of the Year. That'll go on to the county. And Ruby Campoa from Indio Middle and Amy Torres from Indio High School. Those teachers were chosen among the different levels of education, so congratulations to all that. And the boys wrestling team, I didn't catch all the things they were winning, but they're right up there with first place CIF and so forth. So congratulations to them as well. Thank you.
Mr. Alvarez.
Yeah, I'd just like to echo the sentiments of my colleagues. To Wendell Morton for championing the cause of the Seal of Civic Engagement, and the coordinators who supported our students, and the students for taking the initiative to jump on board with it and follow through with all the requirements. So definitely want to recognize them for their efforts. Thank you to Walter Clark for supporting the program, our trial teams, and the teams, the skills they pick up when participating are awesome. So I encourage everyone else, as they're coming up through the ranks, to please consider joining these amazing teams, because they do build skills that they'll be utilizing up in the future. So great job for all those supporting those. And our educators, it can't be done without them in the trenches. So thank you to our amazing teachers who are recognized for their efforts. I even saw, I think it was Paul, one of our counselors. So everyone plays a part and a role, and it's great to just acknowledge everyone's efforts. So thank you for that. And the wrestling team, yes, they do look like wrestlers. And what accomplishments, to stand out, whether it's in the state or national, speaks volume to their dedication. And it didn't just start in high school for the most part. I'm willing to bet that it's something that they've worked their lives through and for. So it's really an honor to have them representing our district, and just thank you to them for their efforts.
Well, I just want to say ditto to what everybody's said. So I won't go on and on, but I think we're going to have some amazing attorneys from Indio High School. And tonight's Indio High School tonight. So I'm a Raja, and there are several Rajas on the board, so we're super proud of them, super excited. So anyway, that's all the comments I have, but congratulations to everybody. Let's see, introduction of new or recently promoted employees, there are none. And now we will move on to board and superintendent comments. And since Ms. Sung has already left us, Mr. Duran. Okay, thank you. Dr. Watson?
I have a few. Over the past month since the last meeting, I had 2 site visits. I attended Carter and Lincoln. I was invited and went to an event for Mothers Against Prescription Drug Abuse. And one thing I learned from that event is that I'm proud that we're ahead of most of the other school districts, and that we're providing naloxone to our secondary schools, because not every district is allowing that. I wanted to acknowledge the school bus drivers for the National School Bus Driver Appreciation Day the other day. My son, my second grader, my 8-year-old, went on a field trip to the tram a couple weeks ago. I wasn't able to go and chaperone, but all of the chaperones were just so impressed with how clean the buses were, that they had air conditioning, and the best part of the entire field trip wasn't the tram, wasn't going to see the snow, but riding on the school buses. So. Another thing that I attended, I actually took my 10-year-old, my 4th grader, to the special needs prom that was held at Indio Middle School. And it was a great event. And I texted Dr. May Volmar when we were there, and it was just so nice to see the kids having a great time. And I was happy that Ms. Herrera and Mr. Fosselman, they also brought their daughters. So it was nice that the 3 of our kids could go and interact with all of our special needs kids. And then the last thing I want to do is, 2 things. I want to acknowledge Teacher Appreciation Week. So not just our Teachers of the Year, but all of our teachers and all of the hard work that they do. But also Principals Day, which was yesterday. I want to acknowledge the principals and all the hard work that they're putting in, and just know that I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Pierce?
Yes, we had a long month here since our last meeting on April 4th. I participated in Earhart Elementary's IB evaluation culmination, and it was through a Zoom meeting, and we were able to speak to the IB evaluators and give last thoughts as board members. Rushed over to the Oliphant Epic Build Lego civics thing going on with all the grade levels throughout their school and all the different exhibits and samples of their activities that they built with the Legos. I attended the Battle of the Books Middle School Battle of the Books at Palm Desert Charter Middle School, and I can't remember who won. Who did win? Oh, it was a shoo-in, I guess. It was Palm Desert Charter. Okay. Also, I went to the Monroe Avid Showcase where they had evaluators in there, and we got to actually get a presentation about how their Avid program is going there and the strength of it and how well it works, and then took tours of the classrooms. Attended the last Portrait of the Graduate meeting. We've had 4 community engagement meetings with staff, parents, students, and others in order to work on what the characteristics are for what we want our graduates to look like when they graduate, and also created a logo that would go along with that. I visited Monroe School with Principal Joyner and had a good tour. The first time I've ever attended the Ophelia Luncheon, which is the mentorship program that we have for some middle school and high school girls, and saw all the awards and scholarships that some of them earned. It was very impressive. Then I was able to attend Indio Rotary sponsors the middle school math field day for the Valley, so there were a few participants from Palm Springs and from Coachella, and I really would encourage those districts to have we need to start it up where more schools participate, even if we come together as a middle school for one math field day. The kids would enjoy it if we could expand on that. Attended the Indian Wells State of the City, so I got to see what their projections are for hospitality, building, improvements in the city, and so forth. I also attended the Battle of the Books for the elementary school. It was held over at Indio High School gym. Really good competition. I think 16 teams and 8 books they had to read, and it was really intense. And Truman won again. That's right. Truman won again and took the trophy back again. They have a perpetual trophy they pass around, so that was good. This one, I took my mom to the taiko drums at the McCallum Theater. Teachers and students and families in our district, I don't know if you see it, but you can go to those programs the students can go for free, and families can go, and the public can go for $10. It was really, really a good program. And there'll be another one, Pacifico Dance Company, later in the month. But for our kids to take advantage of those performing arts events that we have at our great theater is really good to know. The other day I visited, I guess it was yesterday, Desert Ridge Academy with Principal Garcia, and Shadow Hills High School visit with Principal Dr. Dunn. Both of them very good visits, getting to talk first, and then getting to see all the activities and the career technical education. They're creating a pathway between DRA and Shadow Hills to have the subject matters coordinate and feed into the high school since they're adjoining, so that'll be good. And today we went to the Riverside County Educators Luncheon. So we got to see the teachers and administrators and things of the year for this past year, that the nominees that go in, and then there were winners from many, many Riverside County school districts. So that was very inspirational to see the videos about those teachers and educators and classified staff too. Okay, that's what I've done last month. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Alvarez.
At field day, I got a chance to actually train my students for my work where I work at, and it was great to participate, and I do agree we need more participants as we build up the event again, but it was great to see the excitement, and not only with students, but the coaches were very excited to get their students involved and seeing them just learn and excel at their games and events. So thank you to all of you who supported that event. So very awesome experience for all of us. Erica Alfaro is an author, motivational speaker who came to speak to our EL parents here at the district office, and it was inspiring. It was great. We're looking forward to hearing her again at my school site the next 2 weeks. And her story is motivational. If you ever get a chance, check out her story, Erica Alfaro. It's inspiring. Harvesting Dreams is the title of her book. Daniel, I got a chance to see Daniel from Amistad, featured on our news for being recognized for a custodian event recognition. That was really cool because many of our heroes go unnoticed or unappreciated or just slip by. But these are the individuals who make things happen day in and day out at our school sites. And I said it before, we can't do it without our classified team who support us and make the things happen at the school site. So really appreciate all his efforts. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm looking forward to learning more about how we are supporting our students. And I know we're going to look at a presentation next board meeting, but keep in mind that we're interested in keeping all of our programs and looking forward to seeing more of what we can do. This week, got a chance to, acknowledge our principals, again, our educational leaders in the schools and the vital role that they play. So to those in attendance tonight and those watching online, thank you for the things you do day in and day out. It is you who are leading your site forward, and your efforts are appreciated and don't go unnoticed. Teachers, we're also acknowledging our teachers this week currently, and there are many things that individually you can do to acknowledge your child's teacher, whether it's a note, a gift card, a simple thank you. Please take a moment to acknowledge our teachers for everything that they're doing. It was great to see that big bus parked out front. I drove by, and it was amazing just to let them know that they're appreciated, because most of the time our students see them first in the morning, and they are the first good morning and welcome, and join on, let's head to school. So thank you to the bus drivers and everything that they're doing for us in building a positive culture for our schools. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, you guys ready? All right, I attended the CSBA and ACSA, Acts of Coast to Coast Federal Advocacy Conference in Washington, D.C. with Dr. May Vollmer. And for everyone that is acronym challenged, which I am, because there's a ton of acronyms if you're in the education field. So CSBA is California School Boards Association, and ACSA is Association of School Administrators. We met with Congressman Raul Ruiz at Capitol Hill, along with board members from Palm Springs Unified, Banning Unified, Central Union, to advocate for Congress to fulfill the special education funding promise, student privacy and cybersecurity, mental health issues, keeping our schools safe from gun violence, nutrition, and early education services. We also went to a hearing and watched Congressman Ruiz in action, which was pretty cool. We truly appreciated the time he spent with us to hear our concerns and address each one with compassion. It's pretty exciting to actually see one of our own from the Coachella Valley. He is a CV grad, representing us and our needs. I also have to mention that we were able to see Nancy Pelosi. She was like this far away from us. And Dr. May Vollmer actually shook her hand, and I have it on video. And her reaction after she shook her hand was just like priceless. Anyway, it was so cool. So that was pretty exciting. And so from all of, anyway, that was great. So we had a really great time. And I visited James Monroe Elementary with Trustee Pierce. And we just watched the purchasing and warehouse video at 5:30. And I don't know if any of you saw that. It was really great. I have a completely more appreciation for purchasing and warehouse, and I know a lot of the people that are there, and so it was great to see Laura Rodriguez and Vicki Haddix and a lot of my friends in that. But they do an amazing job. They're behind the scenes, and so things that happen here in the district, they don't just magically appear. These people work hard to do what they need to do to help our district run. So it was really great to see that. I also went to the Ophelia Project Awards Luncheon, and it's always so heartwarming to see these young ladies and the relationships they have with their mentors and the pride that they have within themselves and their accomplishments and from their families. And today we attended the Riverside County 2023 Celebration of Educators luncheon today with Dr. Mae Vollmer, Mary Perry, and Trustee Pierce. And several of our employees were nominated: Dr. Mae Vollmer, Patty Leone, who is retired, Dr. Melissa Pisano-Grunnett, Laura Rodriguez, and Blanca Maldonado. The stories of the educators that won had me in tears. I mean, they were just exceptional people, certificated and classified people working and caring for our students. And this week has many days of appreciation, and I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you, our Desert Sands family. With all of you working together behind the scenes and on the front lines, this is why Desert Sands is a district of choice, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. Thank you for all you do. And I just have to mention that May 7th is Mike Duran's birthday, so we want to say happy birthday to him. And tomorrow is Laura Fisher's 60th birthday, so happy birthday to Laura. And that's all I have to say, so thank you so much. And Dr. Mae Vollmer.
All right, so just really quickly, I just want to say it was really pretty special tonight to have our Teachers of the Year here with us as we're celebrating our Teachers Day of the Teacher and Week of the Teacher, and so really neat to have them here. And there are so many employee groups that we celebrate during this month, and so I just want to say a special thank you to all of our employees for the amazing work that they do, serving our students, working with our families. You absolutely are superstars and heroes, and we're so amazed by what you do each and every day. And then just, I think tonight, to see the students and it's amazing to see them, and I feel so much pride in what they do, but it's also amazing to see their families and their teachers and counselors and all the staff that shows up to support them as well, because we know that along their journey there's so many people supporting them, so it was great to see them tonight. Yeah.
Okay, so now we are going on to public comments on open session items. And I'm going to read communications from the floor. In accordance with bylaws of the board, number 9323, 62519, time is reserved for oral communications by members of the Board of Education or by citizens present. Citizens wishing to be heard on agenda items, regular or special meetings, and/or non-agenda items within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board, regular meetings only, shall have a 3-minute limit. In accordance with the law, the board cannot take action on any items not appearing on the agenda as indicated in the bylaws of the board, number 9323.2, 62519. I'm going to read one online comment that we had. Name is Shelley Mast. Per DSUSD website, parents' rights, all parents, irrespective of their legal status, have a right to participate in their children's education and are encouraged to do so. I could not agree more. It's just common sense that parents need to be the ultimate provider and protector of their children. With that said, I am urging the DSUSD to adopt the language stated in AB 1314. The language would provide that a parent or guardian has the right to be notified in writing within 3 days from the date any teacher, counselor, or employee of the school becomes aware that a pupil is identifying at school as a gender that does not align with the child's sex on their official records or sex assigned at birth, using segregated school programs and activities, including athletic teams and competitions, or using facilities that do not align with the child's sex on their birth certificate or other official records or sex assigned at birth. It's just common sense, and I urge you, as publicly elected board members, to adopt this language for the Desert Sands Unified School District. Okay, Laura Lee.
Good evening. Mainly just thanking you for this, for the opportunity for all classified employees to come here, and at 20 minutes to 8, I'm standing here. This is awesome, and it only took 23 years. That was the first time I brought it up, was 23 years ago, was adjusting the agenda. So thank you very much. Secondly, I would like to just make the board and cabinet aware of the number of parents with concerns about the diversity in our schools.
Start the clock.
Teachers, excuse me? Oh.
Sorry.
About the diversity in our schools at the teaching level is what most of the people that I'm talking to are concerned about versus classified. I'm concerned about classified as well. So anxiously awaiting a report from the recruitment for this year. I hope it's coming soon. I would also like to say that in May, we recognize all classified employees, and they do rock, and congratulations to the teachers. It's wonderful. Thank you guys again.
Thank you. America Figueroa.
Thank you. Good evening, Desert Sands leaders. As a mother of 5, an educator and small business owner who pays taxes in order to fund public education, I request this board respect parental rights by passing a board policy reflective of AB 1314, which mandates parents be informed if or when their child claims a different gender than his or her biological sex. I, as a parent, also request full transparency of this district. In your suicide prevention policy, you advertise a national suicide hotline 988. However, are you aware that this hotline surveys students, giving them over 11 genders to choose from? I can provide hard copies of this upon request if you need them. The 11 genders are agender, boy man, gender queer, gender fluid, girl woman, intersex, non-binary, trans masculine, trans feminine, two-spirit, prefer not to answer, write in how you identify. Surveying students without parent knowledge or consent when dealing with sensitive matters is a violation of Ed Code 51513. This is a gender code going on behind parents' backs, which is cultivated through these suicide hotlines and crisis hotlines. The so-called experts are brainwashing our kids with confusion, and they're wondering why they are anxious and depressed. The definition of psychosis is a mental condition where thoughts and feelings are disconnected from external reality. School counselors would say it is cruel to agree with an anorexic child that they are fat, which I would agree. Yet, school mental health workers are trained to affirm unlimited identities in children based on their feelings that do not align with reality. This is exploitation and cruelty. Since the CDC says gender identity can be something else outside of male and female, would that incorporate another species? Just how diverse and inclusive is this insanity going to go? If a child identifies as a bird with the pronoun tweet, is the child living his truth and authentic self by attempting to jump off a 10-foot building since he sincerely believes he can fly? The only one that has flown out the windows is common sense. It's time for all of us to get our feet back on the ground, stop the deception, and inform parents. Please pass AB 1314 policy. Thank you.
V. I feel like my mic isn't working, sorry. Janet Spivey.
I'm actually a friend of America, and I agree with her, and I was a former employee of this district for 10 years. I worked in purchasing. I purchased all book orders and learning materials, everything for the district. Now, I did retire from that position in 2008, so I've learned that things have really changed a lot. The material, I saw some of the material recently that is used, and for the sex education, I said, my goodness, has it changed. I got to tell you, I was a little embarrassed and upset by the language and the graphics in the material. It's changed a lot since I was in purchasing. But I would like to encourage you to adopt the language of the AB 1314. I'm simply just a grandmother and a former employee, and I really enjoyed being a part of Desert Sands Unified School District, even though I've been retired probably like 10 years or more. But that's the main thing I wanted to say, is stand with my friend America, and she said it much better than I can. So thank you.
Thank you. Chris Stevens.
Okay. My name is Chris Stevens, and I am a child care worker for foster kids that can't be fostered out. They don't have parents. So full disclosure, no lying, tell you the truth, and not telling secrets is part of our rules there that we cannot do for full care. I am here to support AB 1314 also, and I feel that right now we are in violation of those two things. As a Christian, I used to work for donate my time for the church, and I was in children's ministry for over 3 years, and we had curriculum. And on that curriculum, on the back of it, we'd have a form for the kids to take home. And on the back, it was homework for the parents. And I used to always tell them, don't forget to give your parents your homework, and they loved that. They laughed about it. But what that did was gave a summary of everything I taught them. And so one of the things to safeguard the children was we are not to teach anything that's not on that form, or that doesn't agree with that. So there was a double safety going on with the children. And when you break the confidence between a parent and a child, where there's secrets, and then there's forced lies, and non-inclusion of matters to deal with helping this child, then there's a problem, there's a break. And I believe that AB 1314 will include that problem, and it'll solve that problem. What that will do is that it will give the parent the opportunity to know everything that is in their file. Everything. What's the child thinking? What is the child identifying as? The only thing that I have found in researching this, and this is my first time here, I'm very nervous, is there's a fear that if you tell the child or that they have to come out to their parents, it could result in suicide or depression, or something horrible can happen. We have safeguards in this world already for abusive parents. If they do something to the child that is not right, there's bylaws for there to safeguard the child. I don't think we should fear that by doing this, that this will happen, that automatically the parents are going to beat the child or something horrible is going to happen. There's things there to safeguard that. But not including them is already forcing a blockage. And so by continuing this, they will be able to be whole, to work together, to work on counseling together, to find out what counseling they're being taught and how to move forward. And so if you stop it here and not bring forward this AB 1314 policy that will help stop that separation, something else is going to domino from this. And we all know that. That's how it happens. It moves a little bit to the left. Truth moves a little bit to the left every time. And then also bad things happen a little to the left every time. So if you adopt this, I believe it'll safeguard us from going down a road that cannot be returned. Thank you.
Thank you. John Parker.
So I'm not going to talk about what I was going to talk about because it would get very graphic, and frankly, I don't think it's appropriate. I'm going to put something together and I'll send it to you through an email. But what I will talk about, since we do have a lot of younger people here, is climate change. You probably are being taught that the climate is changing and the world's going to come to an end and the sea levels are going to rise and we have to get rid of what they call fossil fuels. But here's a little factoid for you. Do you know that there is more, there, oil is and I don't work for the oil companies, by the way. Oil is the second most prevalent liquid on the planet behind water, okay? Now, when I was growing up, we didn't have low sulfur fuels and we didn't have catalytic converters. So I'm walking to school or I'm playing in the pool and I get out of the pool and I can barely breathe, or I'm walking up the hill and I can barely breathe. We had smog. I grew up in the San Fernando Valley, and the natives called it the Valley of Smoke because the way it's built, or the structure of the valley, it collected all the smoke coming in off of the ocean and all that. But at any rate, so what you're hearing about climate change is, and this, I'm going to use this terminology, it's a redistribution of wealth scheme. What's happening is, and it's happening in many different areas in society today, where they've come up with these ideas. Back in the 60s, it was climate cooling. It's going to get so cold we can't live, then it's going to get so hot. Then, they couldn't make up their mind, so they decided to land on climate change. I know what they're going to teach you, but you need to dig deeper. Don't just believe things at face value. Climate change is a way for people to take other people's money, is the bottom line, okay? So dig into it. I was not prepared to talk about this at all, so I'm just kind of winging it here. But anyway, good luck. I believe that God created the planet, and the prevalence of petrochemicals, everything is made out of petrochemicals. And people are saying, we're going to completely eliminate fossil fuels. They're not fossils. And you're not going to have plastics. You're not going to have the phone that you have, everything, clothing, everything practically in your life is part of a petrochemical or made with a petrochemical.
Thank you. Mindy Mont. Mindy Mont.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. I wanted just to say as a disclosure that there are a lot of young, innocent children in here in which I am trying to respect. I didn't expect that there would be many of you. We're faced with something that's beyond ignoring now. So I appreciate if there is anybody that's so young that hopefully an adult is moving them out if that's something. In the last 4 years, it won't be X-rated, so don't worry about it. So in the last 4 years, if I could start again, many have told me firsthand some appealing news about what is happening in local schools. Parents reporting, I found my children's homework explains inappropriate sex acts, including without my consent. My child was questioned about their gender and was dreadfully uncomfortable. I don't want my children in class while this is taught. Teachers say we're strongly told to teach the curriculum. The level of sexual context makes me painfully uncomfortable. The principal has enforced the transgender training K through 12th grade. These are just a few troubling reports. One recent training...
Can you wait just a second till all the children are out of the room, please?
So you're going to pause mine? Thank you. Perhaps you can gain 13 seconds or 20 seconds for the rest of others.
There's like...
Yeah, I would appreciate if you would please kindly consider the start over on that. At least 10 seconds, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, could you add 10 seconds, please?
Thank you so kindly.
We'll just let you go for 10 seconds over. Okay. All right, go ahead. He can't reset it. We'll just have you go.
Oh, I appreciate
yeah,
that.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Okay. So in the last 4 years, many have told me firsthand some appalling news about what's happening in the local schools. Parents reporting, I found my child's homework explaining inappropriate sex acts without my consent. My child questioned about their gender and was dreadfully uncomfortable. I don't want my child in when this is taught. Teachers say we're strongly told to teach the curriculum. The level of sexual content makes me painfully uncomfortable. The principal has enforced the transgender training K through 12th grade. These are just a few troubling reports. One recent training notice to teachers read, never disclose a person's transgender status to anyone. Just as you wouldn't disclose a personal medical history, medical confidentiality is required under HIPAA laws, and privacy needs to be respected at all times. This is repulsive. Schools should not keep secrets from parents. According to the Webster Dictionary, secret is defined properly, separate, hence hide, concealed from the notice of knowledge or knowledge of all persons except the individual or individuals concerned. These accounts among the many new bills. Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, priority here is to the parents and teachers. Remember, parents have the right to all information about their children. This community is standing with you. And parents and teachers, when you're ready, contact desertschoolchoice.com for alternative options to education. Thank you.
Thank you. Concludes our public comments on open session items. Okay, information. Indio High School Associated Student Body participation in the 2023 Joseph's Renaissance Global Conference in Dallas, Texas, during July 11th through the 15th in 2023, and the Head Start program report for February 2023. Let's see, staff conference items. Let's see. Washington Charter Elementary School Annual Report. Okay.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to share the annual programmatic and financial report for Washington Charter School. Some documents were shared with you in advance of this evening's presentation. I am Alan Lehman, principal of Washington Charter School. It's with great pleasure that I give to you. I'm going to hold on one second. I'm hoping we have a great audience tonight because I really want you to hear these kids. They are amazing. They are amazing speakers. They are amazing. They are your future leaders. So it is with great pleasure that I give to you the Washington Charter School 5th grade ambassadors.
Good evening, everyone. We are ambassadors of Washington Charter Elementary School and are excited to be here this evening to share about our amazing school. We look forward to sharing about the astounding programs our school offers, the dedicated WCS community, and our achievements. At Washington Charter Elementary School, we are fortunate to be provided a balanced educational program. We not only learn academics, but have the opportunity to participate in programs such as music, physical education, STEM, and library. Students are also offered the opportunity to participate in school sports, 5th grade ambassador program, and after school academy.
This year, we were excited to have a new STEM lab added to our class specialists. Our STEM lab has been a game changer for the learning of all students. It's an educational space that encourages active learning and problem solving. The STEM lab has helped me develop my science, engineering, and mathematics skills by allowing me to use technology to create, collaborate, and complete projects. It helps my fellow pupils and I prepare for the real world by giving us the boost we need to become a successful engineer, mathematician, or computer programmer.
WCS has always had an ambassador program, but this year we've been able to help grow the program by becoming more involved in school activities and being a voice for all students. The ambassador program has helped us grow in so many ways. We've grown in our confidence and have become more outgoing. We assist at our Shining Star assemblies and are in charge of morning announcements. Together, we have learned about and practiced servant leadership, teamwork, decision-making, public speaking, and problem solving. This has been an opportunity to volunteer our time and energy to make a difference here at Washington Charter School and in our broader community.
Another great addition to our school this year was the implementation of team sports. This year, 4th and 5th graders had the opportunity to try out for basketball, flag football, and soccer. Each sport has provided us with the opportunity to learn about leadership, dedication, perseverance, and overcoming disappointments. Our sports teams have taught students to work as a team, help students make new friends, and gain confidence to try out for other sports. Each team has taught us to be thankful for what we have.
We are grateful to be able to experience music within our weekly specialist schedule, but are fortunate that our music teacher goes above and beyond by providing opportunities to participate in the honor choir. Our director of honor choir, Mrs. Hushaw, and our co-director, Mrs. Callahan, have been doing an excellent job teaching not one but 3 choirs this school year. Honor choir has helped me get over my fear of performing in front of large crowds. We have entertained the whole school and at retirement homes. We were featured performers at the Vintage Club for the McCallum Theater Patron and Music Fundraiser.
Not only does Ms. Husher provide the opportunity to perform within the choir, she provides an opportunity to serve on her tech team. The tech team is a great way for students to participate in the school performances but don't want to be in the spotlight. The tech team is responsible for operating the music, lights, volume, or sides that are included in part of the performance. When you are on tech team, you have to learn how to work as a team and how to also work individually. When you're working with Ms. Husher, you learn how to take directions and how your individual work brings the show together.
This year, we were also fortunate enough to bring back after-school programs through the use of state funds. We call it After School Academy. There are various after-school programs that students can explore and try out. Such programs include Tools for Tomorrow, Stop Motion with Stickbots, First Tee Golf, and Wild for Watercolors. There are many more programs that are offered throughout the year. These programs help students learn tools for the future, core values, and how to tap into our creativity.
Not only did we learn a lot about science, finally, WCS was excited to bring back Science Camp for all 5th graders. Science Camp is an outdoor education program that provides unique ways to learn about science while building community, culture, and making connections to others. Not only did we learn a lot about science. This year we attended the Pathfinders Ranch located in Mountain Center, California. Not only did we learn a lot about science, but Science Camp represented many firsts for many of us students, such as being the first time away from home, first time camping, first time seeing snow, first time petting a horse, and more. Science Camp will always be a favorite memory of school.
In addition to all the great programs at WCS, our school is also special because it's our parent club, Banning Partnerships, our parent club, and other groups have a say in how our school is operated. The Washington Charter School Governance Council is a group who helps to make decisions and set policy that benefit all of the students. For example, the council provided additional personnel and resources to better meet the needs of struggling students and for more early intervention. Today we are seeing positive results as the achievement gap continues to close. At WCS, we are lucky to have an amazing parent club. The Parent Club Foundation works hard and raises money for our school. They plan the Fall Festival, Book Fair, Gala, Cookie Dough Fundraiser, and more. They raise money for all of our school activities. The Parent Club raised money that helped the 5th grade students go to science camp. Some of the parents come in and help in the classrooms. They help teachers get ready for fun activities for the students. They also have meetings online and in person to discuss upcoming events monthly. We really appreciate our Parent Club Foundation. Washington Charter School has various partnerships, of which include McCallum Theater Education, Firebirds, and various local businesses. McCallum Theater Education is an exciting way for students to be exposed to many different works of art, and we are always excited to participate in the workshops. We also look forward to our many family fun nights. Family fun nights are organized by the Parents Club Foundation, who have partnered with various local businesses, such as Blaze Pizza, Crumble Cookie, Handel's Ice Cream, and many more to help raise money for our school. Our newest partnership is with our local hockey team, the Firebirds. The Firebirds have helped encourage us to read and to do our best on iReady. We are even more motivated to reach our stretch goals so that we can earn Firebird bookmarks, pencils, and even tickets to the games.
All staff members at Washington Charter work hard to meet the needs of each student. They are always asking, what do we want them to know? How will we know when each student has acquired the skill? How do we respond if students do not learn? And what do we do if they already know it? Because teachers are focusing on these questions, there are different interventions and enrichment programs created to support all students. For example, 5th graders at WCS have the option to take a pre-test to see if they know enough of the upcoming chapter to be a part of the next Math Enrichment Lab. In Math Lab, students only have to do certain lessons that are assigned to them. They also have to do enrichment pages that enhance each lesson's learning. They still need to pass all their tests and have good behavior to be able to stay in the class. The Enrichment Lab really helps our 5th graders.
The Reading Initiative for Student Excellence, also known as RISE Lab, is essential to our school because they work with students who need additional support in reading for grades 1st through 3rd. The RISE Lab provides students with excellent books, word study, retell, and writing. We are privileged to have an outstanding instructional coach and lab teachers to support the RISE program. Not only do we have programs to support students, but we have teachers that push into different classrooms as well. These teachers support small groups in reading, math, and writing. These groups might be students that need additional support in a content area, or it might be groups that need to be challenged more. We are fortunate to have a premier intervention and enrichment support.
The academic growth of our school has been amazing. Our school has many accomplishments and is always looking for ways to continue to grow academically. One area we are focusing on is science. Our school has adopted a new science program called Amplify. Amplify is a science program that teaches us students how to be like scientists and engineers through the hands-on investigations, reading activities, and interactive digital tools that help us think, read, write, and argue like real scientists and engineers. State testing results are another school accomplishment of Washington Charter School. Last year, all of our 3rd to 5th grade students took the state test. Though there was a decrease in score, we are proud of the progress that is being made. Students and teachers continue to work hard to close an achievement gap. In fact, we've seen great growth in math and reading according to IRD diagnostic tests. Finally, we are proud of our second language learners. We feel that the program and delivery of service help aid our students and enables them to make growth in the LPAC and to be redesignated as fluent learners.
In order to support our LCAP goal on safety, funds were allocated to help provide for full-time security, and we are so happy about that. Our school security agent, Mr. Peters, is awesome. Mr. Peters makes sure all the gates are locked, monitors the gates when they are open, and regularly does long walks around the school. He is present at assemblies and visits classrooms, too. He even assists school site monitors at recess when needed. He interacts with all of us and takes the time to get to know each of us. His interactions have helped us feel more safe emotionally and physically. Because many of us feel this way, we feel that we can concentrate on our work more in the classroom. We are grateful for Mr. Peters.
Here at Washington Charter School, we're lucky to have such amazing staff members who care deeply about us. They teach us academics and look out for our social and emotional being too. One of these teachers is our counselor, Miss Peta. She makes excuse about kindness and friendships and more. You can also talk to her by yourself. She talks with us about ways to calm down when we're feeling angry and how to have a positive mindset or attitude. Other teachers use one-on-one and classroom assistance with getting kids to their school level. They help kids that have a struggle in math and other subjects. All of our teachers are very supportive and awesome. They are a huge help to all of the students, and it's a privilege working with them.
Strong relationships provide a foundation for student engagement, belonging, and ultimately, learning. Our teachers work tirelessly to help all of us students make strong relationships with each other and, most importantly, with them. In all my younger grades, all of my teachers would help me if I did not understand something by working with me. I really liked it when teachers would share their background stories and let the students get to know them better. These connections help us grow as students. Every teacher from kinder to 5th has a very special place in my heart because of their unique personalities. I love the teachers because they all really care for every individual student. I think a teacher is supposed to be an important milestone in a student's life, and I feel every teacher has become a milestone in my life.
Not only are the relationships with teachers special, but the relationships made with friends are as well. I have friends in all the other 5th grade classes, and though we don't see each other in the classroom, we can see each other at recess, and at recess we're all a big community. I have made some amazing friends at WCS, and I have seen some amazing things between students. Some students go truly out of their way to help others. I mean, once I had to stay at the WCS office for an injury and not go to recess for a week. You know what happened? All of my friends came in one by one each day to say hello or hi or ask, how are you doing? That moment, when that first student came in, I knew I had loyal friends. Even when I'm not involved, I see kids doing kind things for each other at recess. We have a special school. As you can see, Washington Charter has been an amazing school for many students in many years. From our school soccer team to the STEM lab to the various fundraisers, this school has been great. As a Washington Charter ambassador, on behalf of my fellow ambassadors, we very much appreciate the opportunity to update the DSUSD School Board of our various and important programs that we are proud to be a part of.
Tonight's presentation would not have been possible without the commitment, dedication, and hard work of Mrs. Shannon Palomiti. Mrs. Palomiti, would you please stand? Dr. Hyde, Mrs. Palomiti came on one of the recruiting trips. She was recruited from the state of Washington. So we are very, very happy to have her here right now. Very happy to have her as part of the Washington Charter School family. Mrs. Palomiti has worked very hard with the ambassadors throughout the school year. On behalf of the ambassadors, colleagues, and Washington Charter School Governance Board, once again, thank you. I'd also like to recognize in the audience this evening all of the Washington Charter School staff members, the Washington Charter School Governance Council members, and all of our very, very supportive, loving, and caring parents and supporters of the school. Thank you very, very much. That concludes our presentation. If the board doesn't have any questions, they have some testing coming up, so we're probably going to want to get them home. Mrs. Dolan, you're going to get them next year, but we're really sorry that they're not going to be able to hear your presentation this evening. All right. All right.
Any comments?
I'll just make it brief. Principal Lamon, what a wonderful job, what a wonderful presentation. You and your school staff have a long history of high expectations and commitment to excellence. I just wanted to say to the families, to the students, to the staff, and to the stakeholders in your community, congratulations to you all, to a successful end of the year and a successful, fun summer, and we'll see you back soon again. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Dr. Watson.
Me really happy when I see a couple of my patients doing presentations. You guys, not only do you look awesome, you sounded awesome, and Mr. Lehman only brought you here so that he would look awesome, and you guys did a great job.
Ms. Pierce.
Say that you guys should be very proud of yourselves. You can have an obvious loyalty to your school and pride in your school too, and the amazing programs you have there and the teachers and parents support, all the staff that works at your school. It's amazing what you do, and to continue on with that. Thank you.
Mr. Alvarez.
Very impressed by the presentation the students did. Yeah, you're the principal and you're leading them, but they were doing the presentation and they did an amazing job. And it can't be done without the parent support. Parent involvement is key. Thank you to the parents, and we value what they're doing with their children. So thank you so much to every one of you.
I just have to say, this is always my favorite presentation. I love to hear the way you guys are so articulate and so amazing, the way you get up there and speak, because public speaking is so scary. And you guys just did an amazing job. And anyway, you guys just amaze me. Keep doing the great work, and I'm so proud of you all. And go home and get ice cream or go to bed or whatever. I know it's your toast.
Yeah. Just ditto what everyone else said. We are so proud of you and so proud of your school and all the staff that works there with you, certainly the parents for the amazing job that you do with your students. So thank you for being here with us this evening. Thank you so much for sharing the amazing things about your school, the things that you love and the things that you're proud of. It makes us proud to all be a part of Desert Sands. And I want to apologize to the parents for any discomfort and disruption this evening. I'm deeply sorry. Thank you.
Go ahead and thank you so much. All right. Okay. Palm Desert Charter Middle School Annual Report.
Yes, thank you so much. It is such an honor to be up here, and you know, it is testing season, and we're very cognizant at our school site, so we took a different angle this year. But before we begin, I wanted to thank the Desert Sand School Board, our cabinet for your time. I am a proud principal at Palm Desert Charter Middle School, and tonight I have the privilege of sharing our annual report and our financials with you. You have those in front of you. But before I get started, I would like to share my deepest appreciation for our administrative team, my APs, my counselors, my AVID coordinator, for all the dedication they have for PDCMS. I want to thank the parents and the community members who donate so much time and energy and love to our school site via the PTO, our Palm Desert Charter Middle School Foundation, our ELAC committee, and our Building a Positive Culture committee, plus our governing council. They donate so much time to us. And I also want to acknowledge our classified employees. You know, they're the secret sauce that keep our school running smoothly. What a great group, and we're so grateful to have them. What makes PDCMS a 2023 Schools to Watch recipient? Well, it is our faculty. They understand the power of relationships, of giving students voice, of celebrating successes. Because of the focus that they have, everything is student-centered. Our mission is to help each and every student feel successful, appreciated, and part of the Panther family. And I'm so grateful to my staff. I'd love to ask them to stand. I have some who are braving it even though they have testing very early tomorrow morning. So come on, guys. Stand up, get a round of applause. You work so hard. And a good chance to stretch your legs as well. And Linda's way over there. Thank you, Linda, as well. Tonight, before you is our annual report and I'm sorry, it must be late for me too, but that's all right. We're our annual report and our financial report. Our newest CTE elective course, broadcasting, took on the challenge to share the highlights of this report. And I'm so excited to, this is a student-led production, and Mr. Williams is here. A great shout out to him as well, and I'd love for you to start the video, please.
Hello, my name is Brown, and today our Panther Studios reporters are going to investigate Palm Desert Charter Middle School. First, let's hear what the students say about PDCMS.
The teachers create a really good learning environment and always answer my questions and help me learn.
And all the teachers are really nice to me. They give me challenges to complete every day, and it is an amazing school I feel everyone should go to.
I think they do a really good job teaching. It's easy to learn the subject.
My favorite things about the school are the color dash and the rallies. My favorite part of PDCMS is the color dash.
I would say my favorite part is AVID.
One of my favorite things about PDCMS is the AVID program. It encourages me to do my very best and helps me prepare for the future.
There are a lot of things I like about PDCMS, but one of the main factors I like PDCMS is our sports team.
I also like how we have so many sports like softball, basketball. We have really anything you're interested in.
Probably the after-school program like Panther Plus and Bridges.
PDCMS is awesome because there's a lot of events and programs to participate in.
My favorite thing about PDCMS is gotta be all the options the school has for electives.
A number of the students mentioned electives, so our reporters decided to investigate the teachers of these classes.
Are the electives really that good at PDCMS?
PDCMS is a special school, I think, because it has a lot of electives that it offers for students. So students can develop their talents in a lot of different directions.
I would say some of the highlights of our program are just our work with the community, and that we do try and participate in the different contests out there, district contest, county contest. We do the drug-free poster contest.
Our broadcast program has really taken off this year. I'm really proud of all the students that have been on local media.
I love AVID.
I get to teach one elective class of AVID, year-long AVID, and that's just been really special because I get to be up close and personal with the kids and really see them achieving academically and growing and gaining dreams of going to college.
I've had the pleasure of being able to work with the Renaissance program. What we bring to the school is increased school spirit.
The students and the 2 plays we've done here this year in reviving our theater department really did a great job. They had a lot of fun.
The students also discussed clubs, sports, and other after-school activities. The reporters asked tough questions of the leaders of these activities.
Are the after-school activities at PDCMS really that good?
We have just an amazing color guard program here with over 200 students. And to this year, having such a talented team, we were promoted to this Classic Open, being the first middle school to ever be in this Classic Open, and to make finals. We got top 12 in the nation against all these top high schoolers. And
so Battle of the Books started a few years ago, probably about 6 years ago. A student came and said, I want to participate. We love books, the students love books, and that was the passion.
These people on the team have to not just read 5 or 6 books, they have to know the most minute, really obscure, teeny tiny little details to win.
And so now for the last 4 years, we have been successful at the district competition.
Our sports teams, well, we did win the championship in football and in soccer this year. So I guess you can say we are pretty good.
Panther Plus is so amazing for the students and families, and we can provide those really good type of enrichment and really enhance that student's journey as they better themselves through their academic years and prepare for high school.
First and foremost, PDCMS is an academic institution. But how good are they academically? Our reporters went straight to the top to learn more.
The academics at this school aren't that good, are they?
Actually, we're pretty good academically.
Our math department is awesome because our teachers go above and beyond for all of our students.
Our science department is awesome. We have an energetic staff that teaches awesome students.
I have the honor of being a humanities teacher here, and because we're a charter, we have the freedom to plan our schedule, and what we have done is we've come up with a humanities block where we combine language arts and social studies together in a block schedule. And that gives us a lot of flexibility and a lot of creativity. Our children are really achieving. We see the benefit on their iReady scores and in their state testing.
Academically, we have such high standards for our students, and we always want to pull them up to be the best that they can be and challenge them to be better than they were yesterday.
I think the academics are so good is because everybody really gives their all. It doesn't matter who you are on the staff here or the students or the families who support all of this. I think everyone knows that kids' education is the most important thing in the world right now. And they give their all every day for that.
So our ELD program is a class that English learners take.
And I couldn't be more excited to go into that class and watch the growth our students have in learning language, learning vocabulary.
We were able to pilot ILIT 45 and ILIT ELL this year. And those programs have helped our students learn so much and grow so much. Not just academically, which has been seen by our iReady scores, but also emotionally and socially.
What's so good about the CARE program and the counseling at this school? Well, first of all, the counselors, Mr. Ruiz, Ms. Vasquez, Mr. Walton, and Ms. Poseidon are awesome, awesome counselors. The CARE program is supportive of the work they do, and we offer some things that schools don't necessarily have, like attention masters, mindfulness training, wisdom writers.
For all of us at Panther Studios, thanks for tuning in. I'm Braun, and we'll see you next week.
Aren't those students terrific? You know, I just want to end with saying our mission there, and I hope you see that, that's a regular day at our school. Every day that you come on there, these are the kind of things that you'll be seeing and hearing, is that we want you to feel welcomed and feel like you're part of the Panther family. And I am so appreciative of our whole staff because that's what they do each and every day. Thank you.
Is there any comments, Mr. Duran?
I'll keep it short again. Very fine presentation. It's evident that a highly motivated super staff is not only the cornerstone, but I think the entire propulsion behind a successful school. And I want to thank your staff and yourself for the leadership that you provide for these students. What a tremendous opportunity to be involved in the programs that I saw there today and that I know that you have each and every day with those students. Thank you so much for all you do. Please let everyone there know, from the classified staff to the to every teacher that you have on campus, to the counselors in particular, thank you, thank you, thank you, and a job well done. We look forward to being out to your school soon, and good luck to the end of the year. We'll see you soon.
Dr. Watson.
Thank you for the presentation. I don't really have anything to say. That was nice and concise, and I look forward to continuing to work with you.
You, Ms. Pierce.
I enjoyed your presentation, and I can relate to the video in the times I have visited your school and seen the energy and the behavior and the academics going on, especially in the studio room where they were, was that your class? Yeah. We were trying to get them to be right on camera. And the cooking class, I enjoy going in if I can hit the cookie time. And just all the teachers and staff members there that make that school special and for the kids to do their best learning. Thank you for that.
Mr. Alvarez.
Yes. Definitely enjoyed the video. Thank you for that. I think it was concise in expressing the message you wanted to get across. The only thing I learned when speaking to you personally at the school also was that I know you had an extra security or didn't have the SRO component at the school site. So I know I value our relationships with our law enforcement officers, and maybe there'll be a time that we can explore the possibility of a partnership with them at the school site for our safety for our students. But apart from that, thank you so much for what you guys are doing as a whole, and looking forward to continuing to see awesome things coming from you guys.
Well, no wonder you're a school to watch. You guys are awesome. I loved visiting your school. You guys have such great energy, and I can feel the energy from you guys exuding from you in the front row. So I really appreciate you guys being here. I love the presentation. I love the jokes. I think it's great because presentations can be so boring, you know? And it's like I love to have the little jokes in there. So that was really great. Anyway, I really appreciate your presentation. Thank you so much. Dr. Mullen.
Yes, thank you so much. I loved that the students produced the video. I think that was just a fantastic way for them to bring their voice to share what they love about the school. And I'll just echo what has already been said. It's so obvious the amazing job that the staff does there each and every day. So thank you for your work. Thank you for everything that you do for the students. It really is a special place to visit, and it was a very special presentation, so thank you.
And now you guys can go and have ice cream. Okay, school-based mental health services for all. We pulled that. Okay. Public hearing, there is none. General functions, business services, resolution number 33, 2022-2023, annual delegation of administrative authority to process routine budget revisions, adjustments, and transfers. Is there a motion to approve resolution number 33, 2022-2023?
So moved. Pierce.
Okay. Pierce, sorry. Is there a second?
So moved, Alvarez.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, since this is a resolution, this will be a roll call vote. Mr. Duran?
Aye.
Dr. Watson?
Aye.
Ms. Pierce?
Aye.
Mr. Alvarez?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Motion carries 5-0. And there are 2 additional general function items on business services. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
Make a motion to take them as a group, 17.2 and 3.
Is there a
Pierce.
second?
Second, Alvarez.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. And general functions educational services. There are 15 general function educational services items. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
Alvarez.
Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Number 19, general functions personnel services. There's 5 general functions personnel service items. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
I make a motion to take 19.1 to 5 as a group.
Second?
So moved, Alvarez.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Number 20, general functions student support services. Is there a motion to approve the first reading of revised board policy 5137 and deletion of administrative regulation 5137, students' positive school climate?
Motion to approve, Pierce.
Okay, is there a second? Is there a second? No. Duran. Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. General function superintendent, there are none. Consent items, student matters, Dr. Maeve Ulmer.
Yes, tonight in closed session, the board took action to approve the following student matters. Stipulated expulsion case number 22-23-73 made on a motion by trustee Alvarez and seconded by trustee Pierce. The motion carried 4-0. Also in stipulated expulsion case number 22/23-76 on a motion made by trustee Pierce and seconded by trustee Dr. Watson, the motion carried 4-0.
Number 23, consent items, business services. There are 10 consent items for business services. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
Make a motion to take them as a group, Pierce.
Is there a second? Mr. Duran. Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Number 24, consent items, educational services. There are 8 consent items for educational services. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually? Okay, Mr. Duran, is there a second?
So moved, Alvarez.
Go ahead. He did.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Number 25, consent items, personnel services. There are none. Number 26, consent items, student support services. There are 3. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually? Mr. Duran, is there a second?
Second, Alvarez.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Number 27, consent items, superintendent, there are none. Personnel actions certificated, Dr. Hyde.
All right, good evening, everyone. It's kind of an exciting time to pay tribute to a large number of educators that have decided to announce their retirement. And we actually have 18 individuals. I'll go through their names quickly, but I definitely don't want to diminish their service to the district, which we certainly appreciate and recognize. The first is Annette Bain from Palm Desert High School. She's retiring after 6 years of service. Maria Cathcart from Ford Elementary, retiring after 31 years of service to the district. Paula Sislakowski from Lincoln Elementary School, retiring after 23 years of service to the district. Mike Coran from Madison Elementary, retiring after 32 years of service to the district. Betty Ray Easley from La Quinta High School, 18 years of service to the district. Karen George Elam from Madison Elementary, retiring after 28 years of service. David Gerbata from Glen Middle School, retiring after 22 years of service. John Hadley, Palm Desert High School, retiring after 29 years of service. Kirsten Jones from Johnson Elementary, retiring after 9 years of service. Vicky Koscheco from Kennedy Elementary School, retiring after 8 years of service. Michelle Lamar from Page Middle School, retiring after 4 years of service. Michael Loy from Lincoln Elementary School, retiring after 26 years of service to the district. And Christine Looney Jaffe from Franklin Elementary School, retiring after 20 years of service. Kaylin McGee from Shadow Hills High School, retiring after 21 years of service. Ann Morales, principal of Earhart Elementary School, retiring after 33 years of service to the district. Gary Nadler, Glen Middle School, retiring after 35 years of service to the district. Kenny Snell, La Quinta High School, retiring after 26 years of service to the district. And last but certainly not least, Rosa White from Earhart and Franklin Elementary School, retiring after 8 years of service to the district. I just want to mention that combined, these 18 employees have 379 years of combined service to our district. That's quite a number. Let's give them a round of applause.
Okay, so is there a motion to approve the recommendation as listed? So moved. Mr. Duran, is there a second?
Second, Alvarez.
Okay. Any discussion?
Wish Ann Morales good luck on her next endeavors. I've known her for quite a while, and I'm just happy for her next chapter in her life.
Okay, well, I want to say congratulations to all of our retirees for all the many years of service and dedication to the well-being and care of our students. And as Gary Tomac used to say, you made it to the finish line. Mm-hmm. And I also want to do a shout out to Maria Cathcart. It's actually Maria Munoz. I've known her my whole life. Our families have been friends forever. Our parents actually went to CV High School together. So anyway, she has been an exceptional educator for 31 years, which she doesn't even look like she's that old. She's beautiful. Anyway, I know your mom and family are so proud of you, Maria, and I wish you all the best in your well-deserved retirement. So now you can join us for the oldies lunches. So I just have to say that. Anyways, so is there any more discussion? Nope. Okay. Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Okay, personnel actions classified. Dr. Hyde.
And, another amazing group, our classified team, which our schools could not operate without. We actually have 5 retirements. Again, a significant number of years contributed to the district. I'll start with Mercedes Alonso from Indio High School, who's retiring as paraeducator in special education. We're very happy that she is retiring after 30 years of service. Linda De La Cruz from Shadow Hills High School, who's also a paraeducator, special education, retiring after 9 years of service. Ignacia Garcia from Desert Ridge Academy, paraeducator, special education, retiring after 21 years of service. Kenneth McDaniel, transportation, bus driver, retiring after 27 years of service to the district. And last but certainly not least is Maria Montalvo from Indio High School, a paraeducator special education who's retiring after 22 years of service to the district. In all, these 5 employees have 109 combined years of service to the district. Kudos.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the recommendation as listed?
So moved, Alvarez.
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion? Okay, so I have one that I have to talk about. Shout out to Kenny McDaniel. Anyway, Kenny and I went to high school together, and so he's a fellow Raja. And his dad, Mr. Mack, was a beloved custodian at Hoover School when I was there, which is a long time ago. And anyway, he was just a blessing to all of us. He really was a mentor. And you could go talk to Mr. Mack about anything, and he was just a wonderful person. So, of course, Kenny took after his daddy. Thank you, Kenny, for the 27 years of making sure our students made it safe to school and back home on the school bus. So we really appreciate your time and your service. So I wish you a blessed retirement, my friend. And that's all I have to say. Anyway, is there any more discussion? No. Okay. Calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. And number 30, call out of closed session actions. Dr. May Vollmer.
Yes, we have 2 this evening. The first one is Public Employee Discipline Dismissal Release pursuant to Government Code Section 54957. In closed session, the Board of Education took action to accept the resignation agreement for certificated employee 086394 under the terms of the settlement agreement passed by a motion by Trustee Pierce, seconded by Trustee Dr. Watson. It was a unanimous 4-0 vote. Also in closed session, the board took action to approve a settlement agreement resolving claims for back wages for several employees in the total amount of $37,500 on a motion passed by Trustee Alvarez and seconded by Trustee Pierce. It was a unanimous vote of 4-0.
Thank you. Announcements. The next regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Education is, oh, did I miss? Oh, sorry, guys. All right. Are there any suggestions for future agendas that will receive at least 3 votes? Mr. Duran. Dr. Watson. Ms. Pierce.
Nothing.
Mr. Alvarez.
Yes. I would like to see a presentation on the Medi-Cal program. I want to see the pros and cons of it and see those actually involved in it to be part of the presentation. To see, it's a county program. Let's invite the county. Let us hear what the pros are, what the cons are, and then move forward from there.
Is there 3 votes? Yep. Okay. All right.
That involved the cost.
It should involve the cost. It should involve what
Cost.
benefit we get from it, reimbursements.
All right, we got it. All right, now, number 32. The next regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Education is Tuesday, May 16th, 2023, in the District Education Center Boardroom, 47950 Dune Palms Road, La Quinta, California, 92253. There is no need to reconvene to closed session, and we are adjourned at 8:50 p.m.